That heifer right there just don't even care.
Save yourself now.
Action. What do you say, folks? Everybody. What we got in here? What the number say? 15 rolling in here so far. Appreciate everybody. If y'all having a fine Sunday evening. Well, there we go. Numbers keep on. Y'all get on in here. Which we are actually on time. So some folks may be running behind used to us
Our
not being
normal
on time.
time.
Yeah, our normal time.
Ronnie caught another storm today.
Good.
That's-
The man said, I'm running out of real estate. It's like you may have to invest in some more, some dirt down the road, maybe.
You need to start teaching classes, Ronnie.
That's it.
You really should.
So,
What's the secret?
yes. Or Keith's filming, is it another record year on that? But I hear the man just kills it every single year.
Yes, he does. I think he's especially killing it this year.
He said, I'm gonna start giving them like, there you go. Find you some maybe find you some young bucks or young little ladies wanting to get into beekeeping.
I think you catch yourself there.
Me,
Yeah.
yeah. But that'd be good. Just like maybe like a 4-H program or Future Farmers of America kind of thing. Just an idea.
Yeah.
But either way, go get them, brother.
Mr. Dan said, did you get his email?
On Tuesday. Mr. Dan, was it the ones with baby Lucas date and stuff? Service.
Yeah. Hey, Haley. She
Hey,
put in the
Caleb.
chat. She's here.
Oh,
No.
little Haley. Okay.
Yeah. My friend. I needed to say hey to her.
Okay. Yeah, I see your little comment down there. Let's see if we can get that.
Thank you.
Maybe we can get that on the screen. All right. I'm trying. Bear with me.
Okay, yes, sir, Mr. Dan. We did get that. We put a little post out about it, but we were going to tell everybody tonight too, just in case they didn't see it.
Yeah, I got you on the prayer list part right here.
Yeah.
As far as everything with it, but his services was the other day though, or they did a memorial service, May the 30th for him. But we'll definitely make mention of that here in just a few minutes, yeah. But let me get in here and holler at some folks right fast. Is Danae in here?
I think she took her unexpected third, but I hadn't seen her back in here.
Did she take her football and go home? Because
No,
Grayson,
she didn't take her football and go home.
He claimed first. And check him out. He put the crown up there and said the king
He got it tonight.
claimed first. It won't let me get back up, or will it? Let me see here. To the beginning. All right. Pastor Larry or Miss Jan or Miss Leona or the whole bunch got second. So
My
then,
money's on Miss Leona. That's second.
and then Danae come in and said she'll take third. But all right, let me get some of y'all right back.
It's getting hard to keep up with you.
Pennsylvania, good to see you. Mr. Russell Amon.
Both Mr. Russell K's in here too.
Russell K. I got you on the list too, Captain, because we gonna talk about something, Mr. Russell Koopman. Uh, Mike Tangway, good to see you, brother. Mr. Randy, good to see you. Got you down here for Beekeeping News. Chris, good to see you, bud. Who else we got in here? Mr. Keith's filming up there in that fine country. Uh, Mr. Rodney Middleton checking in, talking about I just called another swarm. No big deal, y'all.
Well, hey.
That's awesome, though. I would love to be that busy catching swarms. Uh, Joey Rawls over there in the good state of Louisiana. Bundy, good to see you.
Oh, I don't know how to say that word. Mr. Royce, Tim's wearing a t-shirt with coveralls, Southern fashion. I don't know how to say that word.
Fupa, maybe.
I don't
I probably tortured it or butchered it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not sure.
Let's see in here. Mr. Dan Weaver, good to see you. See, I got Bundy there. Miss Kimberly, good to see you. Mr. Roy. Uh,
Oh, yes, you did do it, Mr. Russell Koopman.
Real quick before I forget this. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But 2 thumbs up, Mr. Roy, for extending some help to I believe it's James Noel, get him back on his feet with some bees as well. I think I seen that in a comment. If I'm wrong, correct me on uh, who it was, please. But I just wanted to try to get that out there. 2 thumbs up, Mr. Roy. Appreciate you. Because we sure know how it is. Like Mr. Russell Amon coming through for us. So it's a blessing having folks help you out whenever you getting in a bind in this beekeeping world.
Until then,
All right, Barn Hill Hannah is writing yours down now. It's good to see y'all, Barn Hill. All right, let me get fast forward a little bit more. DC, good to see you, bud. All right. Carl, his 2B brats, got them in here. Todd, Loma Vista, good to see you, bro. I had something for Todd. Oh, let me write this down. Remind me. And I'll try to talk about this quick because I know Todd likes to go eat his fajitas pretty early.
he's
But,
cooking very much.
where do I have it on here?
Everybody knows it. I don't know.
Yeah, I got it as number 5. But stand by. We'll get to it. But you you want to do the prayer list and we'll
Mr. Mike came out.
Mr. Mike Conley?
Yes.
Oh, good to see you too, sir.
Our buddy.
And we was on time.
We actually were on time, Mr. Mike.
Put that down. What's today's date? The 31st?
Wait, did you tell me to do prayer?
No, it's the 1st. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Y'all, if there's anybody we need to add to or take off of here, let us know. And
All right. We got Mr. Mark and his wife, Ed and his family, Mr. Pat, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family, DC's parents, Baby Lucas' family. Now, you do that.
as some of y'all know, Mr. Dan Weaver sent us a message the other day. We put it on the post, but for anybody that may have missed it, little baby Luca, we've been praying for a while.
Yeah.
Long story short of it, little fella was having some heart issues after he was born. They found a transplant, and undoubtedly, the Lord said, it's time to come on home, little fella." And which he departed. Mr. Dan, I don't want to get the date wrong, but
April 2nd or so.
believe it was early April when he said, no, I just wrote down the memorial service. They did a memorial for baby Luca on the 30th of May. So y'all keep that family in prayer, lift them up as they're going through this season.
Let's see, Deanna and Reed Wheeler, Rachel Wilson, her sister Amanda, and their niece Riley. Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, Bobby's bees last Saturday. It said April something. I thought it said April.
Oh, it may be
Okay,
in
he passed last Saturday.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dan. My apologies on that. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see, the Gandy family, Hillbilly Earl, Miss Leona, Steve Amos's father-in-law, Dick Hanley, let's see, Catherine's son and his family, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, Terry Bertland, Redfish's wife, Miss Janet, Kimberly Schmidt and her family, Kenneth Allen, Miss Dolores, Pepper Rookie, Danny Ray, Keith Larimore's wife, Miss Brenda. His wife posted the wrong thing. Okay, but Larimore emailed us too and
Yes.
said his wife had a procedure done, and
Keith Larimore's Miss Brenda said she's doing much better after having her knee scraped. She had to have some kind of tendon or something along the knee area scraped, but she's doing much better.
yeah.
Keith wanted to thank everybody for praying for them on that end. Okay.
Sure. Let's see, James Creel, Steve-O, Rodney Middleton, Kathy Baker's friend, Miss Williams, Philip's cousin, Mary Beth Hobbs, Stephanie Riley, Lee's cousin, Dan Garrison's daughter, Fred Sammy and Miss Jolynn, Clay Bunner's daughter, Keith Larimore's cousin, Miss Brenda Amon, Russell Amon's wife.
Yes.
She sent us an update.
She's having fluid drained off Wednesday, I believe. It's either this Wednesday or next Wednesday. And going to get her to a different doctor to find out why she's having the problems that she is. But thankfully, they're finally getting the ball rolling to get her help out. But Miss Brenda wanted to thank everybody for their prayers.
Let's see. Clay Bunner's friend that had the bypass surgery. Mike Berry, Lee's mama, Brad Hogg's neighbors with the wildfire damage. Kathy Baker's sister-in-law, Brenda Johnson. Tom and his family, and then Barnhill B. Barn just added his wife, Miss Connie. So that's the unless anybody else has anything.
I didn't see anybody put anything in here, but y'all keep it. We know there's many of you out there keeping up with the list, so we appreciate everybody, whether keeping up with it or just praying all together. Thank y'all. All right. Beekeeping news. First on the list here, got Mr. Randy, Tar Hill Beekeeping. June the 7th at 8 a.m. And I'm going to say until, or you can correct me if you have a cutoff time, Mr. Randy. But if you're in Western North Carolina, get a hold of Mr. Randy at, put your email in there for us if you don't mind, Mr. Randy. I think it's UC Uncle Jesse at Yahoo, I believe. But if you don't mind, anybody, if you need your box of wax dip, bottom boards, lids, whatever you got, you want wax dip, and you're in that general area there in Western North Carolina, holler at Mr. Randy, and he'll get you fixed up. That's for sure. He's done pictures we've seen. He's doing them boxes look good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What you got?
I was looking at Mr. Russell Koopman's comment. How was your third honey pool? Keith spelled it.
Third.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's been just nailing it.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Randy put his email in there. Got
Had to
the
get Mr.
15
Dan.
steps to
Yeah,
say the
this thing.
comment.
All right, and there is
Oh, Russell Amon did his first honey pool.
Mr. Randy. Okay, NC Uncle Jesse. All right. So y'all holler at Mr. Randy. He gets you fixed up, let you know time, pricing, the whole get up and whatnot. Uh, y'all go holler at.
Just had my fourth pool. Are you kidding me? That's pretty incredible, Keith.
Yeah. I'm working through it. Y'all
I'm
bear
glad
with me.
to hear y'all are doing better, Miss Kimberly.
I'm trying to get the thing to work.
Right.
It will not cooperate. So
Yeah.
I apologize, y'all. What we gonna have going on there?
Mr. Dan and Mr. Russell Amon both did their honey pools.
While we kind of sort of on the honey pulling and the honey.
Yeah.
Y'all remember last week,
That's what you did, Mr. Russell Koopman.
last Sunday, we got into conversation of have we tried elderberry, elderberry, and we got to carrying on now. We ain't never tried it, and this and that. So Mr. Russell Koopman said, "Let me send y'all something and try it." But y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I got a new favorite. Y'all don't be mad, none of that. But I myself have got a new favorite. But Mr. Russell,
Ate a half a loaf of bread, I think,
let's see.
devouring that jar of honey. He gonna be hiding it from me before it's over
Yeah,
with.
she's got her stash of DC blackberry crystallized stuff
He
over
gets
there.
the elder.
The elderberry,
He's
elder
let me have a little bit, but
is mine. But that stuff, y'all, I'm telling you what, yeah, it's got
I'm laughing.
uh,
I'm sorry.
the best way I can explain the taste on it. Anybody that had never tried it is if you like the apple cinnamon honey, you'll definitely like that. But it's like the best way I can explain it. Y'all remember getting the little box? I'm talking about the little box of Red Hots, and them things wasn't hardly no bigger than a BB, really, or size of a pellet, maybe. But that's what it tastes like with some sweetness to it. But you talk, man, it's good. Y'all just trust it. Where you at, conversation in here? Oh, let me back up the key. Here, let me put the guest in here. Y'all want to come in here and talk? If not, I'll finish go through beekeeping news. Uh, what we got? Because I've got a story for y'all. That's for sure. When we derail. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think it's okay. Well, Eric, I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure.
If you got bees and they're your bees, if you live in a state where it's legal, see what happens.
Uh,
Let's see what it is.
she's on the side. There's Danae.
Oh, and got back in here after Grayson had called first. She missed out on it.
He said you took your ball and went home when you got third. Go back and listen to it on replay so you can get him.
Brian and Tia got in here. Good to see y'all. Who was?
There. Jason Seward was saying he tried grafting for the first time. That's got to be exciting. But I feel like I would be a nervous wreck too.
Said I did 10 for my first try, and I went back to switch to a QR finisher, and I checked the tape, and it looks like they accepted all 10. Now I got to see how many to finish. Like, hopefully they'll get all 10 for you. That'd be awesome. But for your first run, what's most everybody do? Kind of like a 60-70% run for the most part, the first time or two.
Oh, good grief. It's 95 degrees in Wyoming, and it's 80 degrees here.
95. Ooh, yeah,
That's what she
we.
said.
That's it.
That's crazy.
What else I think people do?
It's just crazy that we're cooler than they are.
Yeah, because we've had kind of like yesterday felt like fall around here for the most part.
So I think Mr. Dan said he had a honey pool, and Barnhill said he pulled like, let's see, 6.5 gallons per hour.
Yeah.
Mr. Dan didn't say how he made out. Just said he had a honey pool.
Checking our little stock out there the other day, putting peppermints on everybody. We're gonna have to. I was telling Hannah, we're gonna have to pull a few frames off that swarm and get them idled on down a little bit
Yeah.
because they are drawing and bringing it in.
Todd talking about it's really humid. It's 15% here today.
Get 15. What is ours? 88 right now.
I don't think I've ever felt 15%.
No, it's never been 15%.
I don't think I've ever felt that.
Dude, I was talking to somebody about that not long ago. It was probably every bit of, we made 40% at the most, like at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Right.
That's wild, but
Well, good, great. Carl said it's 50. Mike Tangway said he's at 49.
Mr. Roy sitting at some fine temperatures up there in Michigan. See, that's perfect weather. That's beautiful.
And then
Perfect.
Brian was at 88 in Colorado, and Danae was at 95 in Wyoming. That's just wow.
Let me get back up. What's DC got going on here? They talking about planes.
I guess so.
I have 9 or 10 that are in the process of making planes at the moment. 6 of them are at 3. Okay. All right. Well, hey, hopefully they'll go for you too, DC.
Yeah.
Let me run this through here with some of the beekeeping then. Oh, thank you to our members. Thank y'all very much. And we still got to do y'all's members live chat. We got a call first thing yesterday morning talking about my freezers when it's freezing. Yeah. So that's why we wouldn't. It was bad. It was bad, but we eventually got it, figured out what the problem was. Somebody had crunked the temperature up a little bit or down a little bit too much on the freezer, and buddy, it was just freezing everything in there. But we do apologize. Lord willing, we will do it. We got a couple of days off this week. In the beginning of the week, we could do something in the morning. We'll be in
During
touch,
the
members.
week, everybody
Keep
go.
keep the bell and whistle on.
For most people.
Uh, if nothing else, if y'all vote for a weekend, y'all tell us weekday or weekend, whenever y'all like to do it. But we'll put a post out for the members on that.
It's all the way up in Canada.
Who's that?
The Jason Stewart.
Of Southern Ontario.
It's way up there.
What, the woods are still on fire up there in Canada? Up near Brad and his
Mr.
people or
Russell
something?
was talking about they got Canada smoke today.
Uh-oh. Do they? A question on that, Ian, and this is just speaking on that. Do they not do a lot of woodland fire management up there to prevent a lot of out of control fires? Because down here in Alabama, especially around our neck of the woods, and I know the surrounding counties in Mississippi and Alabama, whenever hunting season over, when hunting season's over because it looks like, yeah, it looks like the world's on fire around here. But people will be burning 100 acres, 1,000 acres for a couple of days after doing that stuff just to prevent a lot of that. But it'd be interesting to know. What else we got on here with beekeeping news? The cutout. We went and did that Monday. That was Labor Day, Memorial Day. All right. Went and done that puppy. We had went and looked at it the Thursday prior to, and thought we had, or I'll take the blame. Thought I had pinpointed them. Even had the customer up there. He had his ear on the wall, and he said he could hear them too. So I was like, all right, they're right in here.
We learned a lesson. We
Yes.
got so far ahead of ourselves.
Yes. We went in, we taped the room off, done everything,
Move furniture.
the whole shooting match, covered everything up, good to go. All right. Well, we got the endoscope out and we made 2 purchase points in the sheetrock. Got that endoscope in there. And it was an old home. There wasn't a lick of insulation in the walls anywhere. So we fumbled around and moved that endoscope to the top plate, to the bottom plate. Nothing.
Ain't no
Nowhere.
easy worry.
Mm-mm.
There's no cone. There ain't even no propolis in this wall. Yeah, I'm getting nervous.
So we walk outside and we go to where their entrance is. So
No, that's our next step. Yes,
we talked
that's our
about
very
that
next investment.
because we'll get into some of that in a second too.
Mhm.
Desperation kicked in at one point. Well, let me back up on that for you. When we shot the endoscope in there, couldn't find them. Well, I'm starting to get panicky and mad at the same time. Hannah knows me or what have you. So I look at her and said, just try to find a thermal imaging something that might work. Look at all the reviews real quick. If it's got 5 stars, download the stupid thing real fast and we'll see if we can figure it out. That was the biggest joke. We're looking around trying to find that thing with cell phone, thermal imager. Don't waste your time on that. So then that's when we was like, let's go outside and see if we can at least try to get this endoscope in where the bees are going. So eventually we got the brick mold pulled back far enough we could get that endoscope in there, and we started trailing them, and it wasn't too much more long. Well, there was a couple feet worth of cord. When we finally found them, we're like, oh, there y'all are. So got in there to them. Thankfully, it really wasn't that bad of a job. It's just,
It could have been a lot worse, but by the time we realized we messed up and they ain't in the wall and moved outside and finally found them outside and then moved all our equipment outside, it was like 10:30. So it was already hot by the time we started outside. Thinking the whole time we were working in the air conditioner
oh yeah,
on the inside.
that's what we told each other when we started moving stuff out. Well,
Mm.
it's not even good enough to work in the AC. It all just, but we got there behind.
We did. We got a pile of bees out of it. I mean, a pile of bees.
Yeah, they filled up 10 frame deep pretty good. And since that swarm and everybody else is starting to kind of draw on out a little bit, we went on and threw a medium on there.
Yeah.
See how they go. But they still here. Unfortunately, we was going to try to get the customers some honey or something out of it, but it was such a young colony that there wasn't but maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 square inches of area that was actually capped honey. And by the time I pulled the board off that thing, it fell on the ground.
You can hear the owner say that in the video. Oh, it's cold.
Oh yeah, him telling me, put your gloves on. I laughed so hard at that.
Yeah.
And even though I was there, he was the one talking to me.
Mhm. He was really cool though.
He was.
Super easy to work for.
Yep.
Very patient with
Yes.
chasing bees all over the place. He was really cool about it though. Like we were blessed to have somebody so understanding for our first big mess up like that, I guess. He was just, hey man, I don't care as long as y'all get them. As long as y'all get them, I'm good.
Well, when we found them and we seen they was in a different location and everything, I looked at him and I said, well, they're not technically in the house. They're, up in this gable right here. Do you want to get them out? He's like, go get them.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So we started undoing vinyl siding and getting after it. What I have down here? Oh, and Todd, if he's still in here. I got a confession. Because I didn't even know about this until we went back and looked at that video or started putting the video together, trimming everything down to whatever it was, 7 minutes of a 6-hour day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that was pretty amazing to me.
was putting all that mess together, and that bee that y'all see get me between the eyes right here.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I had no idea she was there, or
that he got stung. Yeah. He had no clue.
That's why I was just whatever in the camera and pointing at her.
He didn't play it off like a boss because he didn't get stung.
Y'all have heard me fuss. I'd have probably kept it in there. Y'all pretty well know y'all gonna get whatever's filmed from us.
Yeah.
Ain't no editing really. But I'd have probably daggummed her or something like that if I'd have felt the pain. But
It's stuck in his bandana though, thank goodness.
Sure did.
Because that would have hurt. But he got tore up enough anyway on his hand.
Yeah, they did.
They probably got him a dozen times throughout the day.
After they, especially after we dropped them, or they went falling out of that doggone little area there. But yeah, I had to tell the truth on that one. But it would have been hilarious to watch. I'd have even laughed.
Oh my gosh, Danae. It looked unrehearsed. It was definitely unrehearsed.
100%, yes, sir.
Did you see Danae's one?
What's she
They
say?
had a huge storm come in the day they were installing queens. They came into a 3D dead out and were still bunched up outside the box. Used at least 30 frames to make splits. Girl, that is insane.
Welcome, ladies.
Did you get video of it? That's just awesome.
Oh yeah, DC. The numbness done set in after
And
about 3 or 4.
Still 3 boxes full.
That's well swarm.
Insane.
Think about that though. How quick they're going to have all that drawn out, cleaned up, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's shoot us a picture. Y'all get out there tinkering with them in the next day or two. Text it to Hannah.
I bet that was something to see. A swarm that size moving in.
Like, yes.
For
You
real.
know?
That's incredible. Maybe we can see something like that one day. Even our fence post swarm wasn't that big.
No, it filled up
Not
a dope.
near
It filled up 2 deeps.
Yeah.
2 10-frame deeps. What that one is.
But not 3. That is crazy. That's why you were saying y'all had a really good week in the bee yard. Awesome, awesome.
DC's comment said, I don't mind stings much. They get about 4 or 5 of them.
Then they start getting old.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what though, there was a couple of them girls. Y'all know how it is. All right, answer this question for me too. A couple of them girls, I'm telling you what, they hit main vein, it seemed like, because the potency that those couple had that just went right on into a vein got my attention a little bit more versus than one, say, like in my hands or in the tips of my fingers. Usually they don't even really get down into my fingers or hands much, but a couple of them got me on the bottom part of my wrist and right there in the vein, and it was like, okay, yeah, I know you're here,
Yeah.
but this is something I picked up on, and I don't do it anymore. But
He said some bees don't have stingers; they have harpoons.
yes, sir.
For sure. There was a couple times he kind of like got loud about it.
Enough, you know, that kind of thing. But here's what I quit doing. You know, all right, you got your smoker out there, you got your smoker going, and we've done this a lot listening to folks. And I'm not saying this is a wrong thing, but I'm just saying I quit doing it because of after a while, I got to noticing that whether I didn't get the stinger yet, or if I pulled that stinger and I hit it with smoke, it seemed to amplify the pain in it much more. Like it was like taking 2 stings compared to 1, just me. So once I started picking up on that, I was like, man, I'm hitting it with the smoke and I ain't doing nothing but just cranking up the volume, if you will. So I quit using smoke and now just pull their little stingers out and carry on about whatever we're doing.
Even with all that, I didn't have a single stinger in my gloves. They wasn't bumping my face. Like they wasn't coming at me at all.
No, I mean, for the most part, they was gentle. Getting in there, even us agitating, trying to run that doggone endoscope up there. You can see them
Yeah.
all over the camera on that endoscope, but uh, the only time they really got fired up is whenever we was trying to pull that board off. And y'all didn't, I cut a whole bunch of this out, but I probably spent a good 6 or 8 minutes up there trying to cut comb off the back of that piece of board and not have it
Pull
where
it
it would
off
fall. Then, as soon as we pull, the weight of everything comes down. But uh,
Ooh,
what?
do you see? The last time I was getting lit up hard, they were getting in the sleeve of my jacket.
Hey, them little girls, they can be some ruthless little insects at times.
Well, Brian and Miss Kathy said the tallow's in full bloom there.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
So it'll really be cranking up here in about another week or so.
Hopefully.
Because we are seeing some drawing out real good. The only colony that we have checked in depth right now, we know we got laying queens. We've done enough of that, and just once again we're shutting them down after that. But our little church house split, we done. Their little queen cell, she has hatched, and it looks like it's been long enough for her to go on a mating flight and come back. But I seen her a little behind. Yep.
Because I've been doing good. I haven't been in at all. Been letting him run down and just put peppermint in, and that's it.
So we're up to 6 now.
35
Halfway.
degrees up there today. What?
That's shorts and short sleeve for the Canadian
I
people.
know, but we were
35 degrees.
at 85 earlier today.
But that'd be, what's y'all's highs at? Well, I guess I'm assuming that's going to be the high. But
That's what I get for.
that shouldn't put your nukes and stuff in a bind that you got out there. Them little colonies, lower willing. Maybe y'all start warming on up. I'm not going to say the SNOW
What
word.
does he? Well, he said degrees, so surely. Well, I don't know. Does he mean C or F?
What, 35? Well, he's using it for us, I guess. So it feels like 35 degrees Celsius. That'd be like 140 something degrees, I think. Way on up there. His bees would be
Yeah.
melting.
No good. Okay. Good.
Y'all remember the old Fly movie?
Okay. No.
So got her going.
Mhm.
And all right, y'all keep your ears open on this because I need some testers.
Oh, I was right. He said Celsius. Boom. It was 95 degrees
Oh, well,
Fahrenheit today. That's still hot though.
Yeah, for up
For
that way.
y'all.
Well, according to Ryan Hall, y'all, there's a ridge, and it's pulling all this Gulf moisture from the Gulf of America down there now, all the way up
Yeah.
to the North Country, and just giving them a little taste of our weather.
Did they get the humidity with it?
I don't imagine they get the high humidity
I was like,
like
it
we would,
sucked ours out.
but I imagine that is pretty warm for y'all up there. Oh,
Baron's on your side.
where's that old Texarkana out there? Old Philip, good to see you, bro. What the hell do I have on here? Oh, during the cutout, once again, in a moment of being rushing or rushing myself, last minute, if you will, got to thinking, what if them bees go to running behind something, or we need our own? We don't have any kind of honeybee gone, or stuff like that. So, in a moment of madness, I threw this concoction together. Smells wonderful.
It really does.
Smells good.
It really does.
But y'all, let me tell you what. We did have them bees was traveling back behind a couple of them 2x4s going around because this old house was on that old tongue and groove 1x6. So there's a couple spaces they could travel back around to the other space. Well, I told Hannah, I said, it's either going to work or it's not. But let's see what it does.
It did.
They come running out, wings flapping, backsides in the air, and the whole tone changed. It was like they was screaming in their own language. Come running out right into the vacuum. I told her, I said, all right, seems to be working pretty good. So we found some more on the other side, and we was able to get them vacuumed up, which I could tell from the video. But once again, after we got all them out, we just sprayed the concoction in there. What'd you call it? Get them gone?
Runner outer.
Runner outer.
Runner
That's what she was saying. Get the runner outer.
I was exhausted at that point. I was doing anything to keep laughing instead of start crying after chasing the bees all over the place.
But it worked. So
it really did work. I couldn't believe it. And it smelled so much better than anything else we've ever used. Gun line, big gun. Yeah.
If we make something, we're going to call it what she was calling it. Runner out.
I'll never. People think it's some kind of drain unclogger for a plumber to carry or something.
But I just got to get some emulser. That way, the stuff will mix with the water way better. Because I mean, we didn't have any more, so I just threw this. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Put some water in there to fill the bottle up. And all we did was shake it and spray it. Shake it and spray it. But I'm telling y'all, it ran their butts out. But when we get the emulser, I'm going to be hollering at some folks and say, look, try this. Especially you cutout people. Let me know how it works. And if you like it, we'll try to make something of it.
I know, DC. Can you believe they saying we should be able to see them all the way down to the Gulf tonight?
Yep.
That's why I'm drinking extra coffee, because I'm gonna stay up like a big kid and see this.
Yeah. We're probably gonna jump in the truck and run down the road to a couple of these open fields. Up the road. We may go to the old place and go back in the old cow field back there and see if we can see them. It should be dark enough up there. Hopefully, if it ain't cloudy. Emulsifier. That's it. Yep. That's what we got to get. And working on an easy apply wax bar.
Yeah.
To do your frames and stuff.
By accident too.
Sure did.
Just goofing around.
But what we put in the wax to make it, I got to researching just to see, if it was bad for bees or any kind of harm or this or that for bees. But undoubtedly, the additive that is put into the wax is a good nutrient, which I had no idea this stuff would even be. Also, it says it has the potential to help unalive some of them M's that so many folks don't like. So,
what you got, DC?
I'm gonna carry on with it. Thank you, Philip. The man said it's got gas.
He's making fun of my whatever I was calling it.
The runner out.
But I mean whatever you call it, be gone stuff we made.
We're gonna call it runner out. Y'all know.
DC, I have not watched videos on it, but I have heard of them. But we've never tackled something like that. Videos on making the homemade OA sponges or strips.
No, hadn't checked into that.
He was saying that he had an idea for peppermint, but why not make a smaller version with the
But-
vegetable glycerin and peppermint oil?
Mhm.
Huh?
Well, okay.
That's interesting.
Since Dr. Amrine, pretty sure I'm saying his name right, Dr. James Amrine from West Virginia University there. I've been doing a lot of reading on that dude and him. Y'all know we don't talk about the M's much, but I do look at different research on it. And that guy has got the science, the field research, the whole everything. That's what the man studied was parasites. And what he used in whenever they would use the lard, it would be the lard and spearmint oil will be one of the main two components he used to unalive the M's. Okay. So the original idea on what I'm talking about, like an easy apply wax, because I got to thinking some folks with arthritis or something like that, or you don't feel like what really brought my attention was Ricky saying the other night, him heating up that wax, then rubbing it on there and this and that. So I was like, well, is there an easier way to maybe make the wax not so rigid, but it'll still apply and the bees draw it out at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I got to researching a little bit more and was like, okay. So we've been trying it on some frames that we put in about 3 or 4 days ago. And if we get out in them tomorrow, the next day, I'm going to see
Brian
what they're
said
doing with
there's a recipe and instructions on Randy Oliver's site.
What is that? Oh, the OA shop, the shop towel deal. There you go, y'all.
Yeah. Phillips has all the ingredients. They just haven't gotten around to it.
Seeing DC's comment with the peppermint oil, I did think about like far as, okay, do away with the M's. We're dealing with the bees down here, the beetles.
Well,
So if
I
we
think
made
Brian,
if we made some and we put whether you put peppermint extract or peppermint essential oil in there, and you could apply it real easy because when we done it, y'all, it took very little effort, but the wax stuck, it held, it laid down nice and pretty, even just rubbing it on there. So if that even kind of takes off on any of that, but I'm gonna make some on that and send to a couple of y'all to try it as well. So keep your ears and eyes open. On we'll just have to do maybe a spin off on pick who it is, but to get with Lee and get him to do the computer thing because I'm thinking about asking 5 people to try the what was we calling it? I don't forgot already. The Lord runner outer.
uh,
Yeah.
see, it's a bad name if you can't remember it.
Well, just have to go back to the video and write it down right now. But
Yeah.
get 5 people to try that and get 5 people to try the little wax bars to see if the only way I'm gonna do the wax bars if we see good evidence of them like drawing them frames out
Yeah.
like you normally would if you was to roll them.
So,
But We'll see.
Larimore.
What you say there, Captain? Good to see you.
Oh.
That's a good idea. I mean, the oils and everything will stay in, but you got to have, like, from reading on our minds, research was using lard and mixing everything in with the lard, and it held in everything for your smell, for your peppermint, eucalyptus, or he was using spearmint and a drop or two of thymol, and that was it in there. But very much possible. We'll try them out. We'll see how they go. Uh, while she's stretching her legs a minute, let me see what I get on my beekeeping news. I'm not sure on that, DC, as long as the acid of the OA wouldn't break down the oils. I don't know what kind of chemical reaction or non reaction there would be with OA or any essential oil. What'd you say, Cat, without the hat? Good to see you back. All right, where'd we go? We got the easy apply, the runner outer, and since we on speaking about the beetles and the peppermints, we've been keeping them loaded, keeping the peppermint extract and the eucalyptus mix in there. Between all 6 of them, I went out the other day to refresh them with just peppermint candy. And between all 6, I seen 4 hive beetles instead of whenever we originally got them back here, especially that bunch from Lance. And that swarm was starting to get hive beetles coming on pretty strong, but got them loaded with the peppermint and the beetle numbers are down. So everybody out there looking good, looking healthy. I'll save this one until very last whenever we completely derail on things. Jack and Danae, members for 14 months. Let's see if I can get y'all. Finally, I was wondering one of them things would pop up for y'all. Well, it won't do it. Before I pushed the wrong button. Thank y'all, Jack and Danae. We appreciate y'all for being members for 14 months. Appreciate everybody helping us out on that because that's what's taking care of the stream yard each month. Be able to show stuff and do the pictures and videos whenever we got them from folks. Look, do your research on it if you want to. I know some people don't like to talk about the essential oils and this and that very much, but there are some that do. So if you want all the science on what everything breaks down to what essential oil has been proven scientifically, has the numbers, has the research, everything you want to know about science, go to the Library of Medicine and Google varroa mites and essential oils. And it will give you the complete breakdown, chemical breakdown of that essential oil, the whole breakdown process of what they studied, didn't study, this and that. And about halfway through it, there's a chart that gives you the best numbers on what essential oils had the best percentage of killing those M's. And believe it or not, I'm not. I'm trying not to say the M word.
Mm.
But believe it or not, The research is there that some of them essential oils, lemongrass, spearmint, peppermint, being some of the top contenders up there. Thymol was the number one, but with 80 to 90+% unalivened of the ends. So there's a little information. We'll go check it out. And if you want to start researching on your own, there's a great start right there.
Did you see Larimer's comment about Miss Brenda?
No, ma'am.
I asked how she was, and he said she's doing very well.
Very well. That's cool. Get him again, bro.
That's what I told her. Makes me happy. Very, very happy. And I can say that this week, y'all.
Oh, yeah, she can talk now. She be getting all over my tail. I've been giving her fits,
I
really.
was going to say, don't sit here and tell these people I ain't had a reason to kill you this the last couple days.
Most of it was
I always
because of
been pushing my buttons.
my comments back to y'all, like the comment I wrote to Todd about.
Oh, yeah. I stumbled up on the something about go make my sandwich comment at like 4:30 in the morning, sitting outside. I couldn't sleep.
That was a
You want to run that by me?
that was Mr. Mike Conley asking something along the lines, "What I do to fire you up?" And I told him I gave her it's a woman's place to fix her husband a sandwich speech
That
again,
was it.
and she was.
You think you're funny?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah, I got another one for you. Go look at the one at Todd." I commented to Todd about cast iron pan, you and
Yeah. It's like, do you know what people that don't know us are gonna think of me and the kind of person you're making me out to be? But whatever, I can talk, and we got these.
I got an aggravator.
Oh, he's good. He is mastering that art here lately.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, gentlemen. Y'all know what I'm saying. You just got to rattle their cage every once in a while.
Oh, it just goes on, on and on and on. Like he's trying to make me lose my voice again. You just enjoyed it way too much, didn't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Because there's one more.
You do want me to lose my voice again?
There's one more that, like I said, when we derail here in a shortly, y'all are going to laugh your behinds off on what it was. Because
what's wood sorrel?
Huh?
Wood sorrel?
I'm not sure.
Grows natural OA.
Google it real quick. That way we tell everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to see what the wood sorrel is.
Did you Google what's a cuckoo bee?
I did, but just in case. That's for, well, if I got to reading in the bee journal, because I found something about swarms in there, and if we couldn't get on topic about anything, I had something on some swarming.
Okay, I've heard of shamrock.
What is it?
It said it's actually called oxalis, also known as wood sorrel or shamrock.
It looks like a wandering Jew.
You better say that out loud.
Y'all comment.
Well, it says there's over 550 species in that family.
Well, that one particular looks like that one particular plant. I guess we can't say it is wandering Jew.
I did not know that produced oxalic acid. Okay. Naturally, we do have a ton of that growing.
Well, that's on top of the Virginia creeper. Y'all, Virginia creeper is loaded with oxalic acid.
Larimore left you a comment.
Where are we at here? You go ahead. You won't see Hannah for about 3 days after that. Yes, sir. Well, that's why I was kind of relaying it to Todd's comment.
And then I won't cook anything till he washes that skillet too. Okay, now we don't have the clover or the one that looks like clover with yellow flowers. But the purple one is kind of a funky looking one. But it
Our
came
clover?
up as no, the wandering chief.
Oh,
It came up as in that same family of plants. And we do have a ton of that down here.
they say rhubarb is super high in that way.
Huh.
Well, there's some plants to stick around the house. They look pretty anyhow. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. But
Yeah.
if I don't know, let's see how to put this. If the bees do go to certain plants for medicines, as we used to, then I'd say why not have them put out there? That way, if they need a medicine by chance,
DC said a lot of our boggy, swampy plants are naturally higher in array.
I guess.
Well, that's a really good combination. And you definitely got a good background to be keeping bees.
Well, you got them bees. That garden's going to double in a yield every single year. You got them bees out there.
That's really, really interesting, though, because our version or the species of that wood sorrel we have down here, like it grows so easy and so much down here. Like literally, when we cut down a tree, instead of grinding the stump, we just plant a few strands of that in the middle of that tree stump, and it just like grows out and overflows and covers the whole stump, and it just looks like a really pretty purple mound instead of an old tree stump.
Oh, it's pretty whenever.
Mr. Dan said they call it sour grass in his neck of the woods.
Wandering you.
Yeah, or the wood sorrel. But Cat Without the Hat was saying, I get the one he sees the most of was that one with the little yellow flowers that looked like clover.
Mm-hmm.
It was really pretty. I'm with you, DC. I totally agree with that.
Did it put it in? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Check that dude out, DC. Anybody else interested? And just read the man's research and go from there. There'll be no more need for trying to figure out what's a good route to take to eliminate that situation.
Yeah.
Is he talking about his mom? Philip's
Yeah.
mom?
Did I ask him how his mama was?
Well, yeah. Definitely.
We've sure been praying for her, Philip. Well, all of y'all, but especially her. That's hard.
Yeah, especially.
It just sucks to see somebody love going through that.
Yeah. We had that conversation the other day, but I guess without getting too deep into things, we praying for you, brother.
Yeah.
Many
sure.
others too, as well. You know that. Oh,
You go through your whole list of talking points.
almost. There's two. Y'all wanna? Let me see if I can find that. Let me read y'all that.
Don't exit. No,
Oh, good. That's what I did last time.
you know it's good.
I think this was it. I'm trying to find that one on the swarming.
Oh, right. Looking at DC put in the comments. Oh, he said he saw a swarm like Jack and Danae was talking about one time, like right when the pollination trucks were coming through.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, what y'all think about that? I know some of y'all on the no lifer deal on the Book of Faces, but that popped up in our Book of Faces news feed. One of our local media outlets shared that, but buddy, you talk about a bad day at work. You see that?
What?
That 18-wheeler that dumped, they estimated 250 million bees
No.
off that flatbed truck.
That's heartbreaking.
It was up in Washington somewhere, Washington State up that way.
Terrible.
But it just, from the picture, all you seen was a couple brood boxes, if you will, on the back of the truck, and everything else was just slid off, and all you could see was just a curtain of
Wow,
bees.
apparently a lot of Richard and Danae both saw it. Oh, Joey said that's what he was talking about last night.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, though.
Good grief.
Where was I?
Still in Joey's talking
I
point.
sure was, ain't it? Well,
You just full of it with everybody.
just trying to make it my own, wasn't I?
Yeah, you would.
Well, I apologize. I didn't realize it.
Okay, you got your article.
That must have been in between points of getting your puppies
My puppy. They're all mine.
situated.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, all right, let me say that. Any of y'all that is close by to us down here in the Mobile, Alabama area.
Danae said, did you see where they edited that? And it went to 14 million bees. I wondered if they counted them as
Yeah. Somebody lost count. What happened? Just estimated.
No, I'm just messing with him, Joey. He knows that.
Oh, yeah. She's trying to get back at me for what I've been pulling the last 3 days, 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
My stunts.
Yeah. Y'all don't know what he's put me through.
But yeah, I hate to see that happen. You talk about just imagine getting that call. Is 18-wheeler full of bees?
I have a hard time.
We're not in service at the moment.
Yeah, you're hearing about it more and more, Brian.
It was crazy. I don't know how many boxes they carry on them flatbeds like that, but I'm gonna say what easily 100 colonies probably. If you run a batch down on the bottom and stack one on top.
Oh, sure, they could. Fine. I like the way Mr. Russell said that. But
Oh, okay, 400 to 500.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
there's got to be a lot. But Danae said 408 colonies.
All right. So here's what you do. If that ever happens in your area, after they get the scene cleaned up, state troopers gone. During this time, you get all your equipment ready. And you go get all the stragglers that was left behind, just start shaking limbs and shaking bushes and say, look,
I'm saving the bees.
I'm saving the bees. I wasn't here to
swarm traps. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, I wasn't here for the big part of it, but I'm here to make sure the rest of these girls got a good home.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
No bee left behind.
No bee left behind.
Oh, hey, Lee.
Oh yeah. All you're gonna see is that road
traps out there.
just dotted with swarm traps all around that one little area.
Wait, Lee, I thought y'all were on vacation.
400 colonies times 40,000 bees.
That's a lot of
That's some
bees.
big numbers. That's probably about 250 million. Yep.
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess Todd's snacking right now. Maybe he'll come in and defend himself in a
Oh
moment.
my God. Seriously? If it's off the truck, you won't get in trouble. A chicken truck crashed here in town years ago, and lots of people got free chickens. They had highway patrol directing traffic because of chickens.
Well, that's what he said. I got this, trooper. Don't you worry. You just keep that highway shut down and we're going to get loaded up. Yes, sir.
Oh, my word.
Now imagine anybody, whether first responder from EMS to
I was
trooper.
gonna say, but if that happened in South Alabama, what the local redneck, that it'd be an all out brawl over chickens out there.
Oh, yeah. The rednecks would be fighting.
And my state possession is 9/10 of the law.
It's the same here. Look, I'm just here to do my part.
Oh wow, Lisa, they're all the way up in Illinois camping now.
I heard
I
that.
bet it's nice up there.
Well, I don't know. They're getting a heat wave. Even Ian
Oh, I take that
said
back.
he
I bet
was
it's
at,
not nice up there. He was at 95 degrees. I believe in the Canadians was hotter than we were today.
but we'll let y'all enjoy it while we enjoy y'all cool weather during this time of the year. I'm not going to complain on that. Any. Okay.
Joe is leaving because you're stealing his talking points.
Well, I don't blame you, man. Call me later, Joey. I apologize.
I thought y'all were staying up there, Lee. I didn't realize y'all were going on to Indiana.
Heck, well, enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. With them. I'm pretty sure Mr. Knight went with me.
I don't know if she did or not.
I could be wrong easily, but I thought she was.
Oh, one of my cans snuck over there.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I think that's a
Uh,
good. No, let's go.
what else is there?
You
All
got
right,
worry.
talking point.
He said Mr. Knight is home working.
Right. Lord have mercy, buddy. You was right. That woman don't ever stop working, does she?
Lee is camping and JW is honey wagon tonight.
Hey, that thing looked pretty good. I got to give credit on that. Whoever built that thing, he mentioned whoever the hell it was that built that, but that wagon, honey wagon, was pretty neat. Uh, I forgot about this, but
Oh yeah.
the last several days we have been trying to clean boxes and scrape frames and this and that, so on and so forth.
Wow. Oh,
And we've gotten pretty close to getting everything pretty well cleaned up and ready for reuse. But we started throwing all that extra cone and old tote. We got it just about 3/4 way full. And y'all, let me tell you what, we come out with some pretty cone. But I'll put it over there so y'all can see it. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Danae, no, you can. Danae said Jack wants a honey wagon for the markets now.
Hey, there you go. Build you one.
Since he's out.
Oh, well, just for something for the market, you get a 12-foot trailer and build something pretty neat. That way
Yeah.
you ain't taking a whole bunch of space.
Lee, you should email us some pictures when you get back home.
Yeah, that's probably about, I'm not going to say a full inch thick. I'm going to go more, probably about 15, 16.
I'm so
But
sad, man.
7/8. All right, she's going 7/8. But it's just about an inch thick, and I had to drag out a big cook pot, put all that mess in. But finally, so that's going to be some of our mix for the easy apply
Boy, you
wax
talk
if it
about
works.
nasty. Golly, that comb was nasty before we cleaned it up.
Yeah, it was full of this and that chicken fat, as the preacher says.
Yeah. Don't feel bad, Larimore. We're all jealous of Keys. All of us.
Yeah. Okay, this is what year number. It's just like his years are just getting better and better and better.
Yeah, they are.
Whatever trick that he's not telling us, the man is killing it up there.
I like Brian's idea. He said my style would be to convert a Volkswagen bus, slide the door open, set up a canopy, and the B bus is open for business.
I could 100% see Brian and Gina
Absolutely.
rolling down the road like that.
I love it. It would save setup time and you don't worry about windy days. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, just pull that puppy right on in. You don't hear them idling because they're so quiet.
Yeah.
There you go, Brian. That's what you do. Y'all build you a van. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, today. Don't tell my husband though.
That's why I say it's time for the peaceful protesters to find their homes.
That's what he started calling them, the peaceful protesters.
Yes.
And then they got to where they really weren't that peaceful anymore.
No, I mean every bit of that is just. I'm joking on the peaceful part. They remind me of them protesters that were doing peaceful protesting up in Washington and the big cities and all this good stuff. That's exactly what 10 puppies remind me of. So that's what I've been telling her. I said, these little peaceful protesters, it's time for them to find a home. So,
But they're so cute.
he's in his chair over there sleeping.
Snoring.
Would show
He
you,
had to
but
go outside and spend time with the puppies today. So he's acting like he's wore out.
I would show you, but Hannah probably kill me because he has had some emotional damage at some point whenever we was left him alone, and he has decided to pull the fabric off the chair
Mm-hmm.
out of rebellion.
Yeah, he has.
So we told him, Jasper, that's your bed, lay in it, buddy, because we're not getting you another chair for you to tear up.
Jasper Sire Democrat. Oh my gosh. At least in the pictures. Oh my god.
Can we get them? I'll see if y'all hold on.
Oh my word, that's pretty.
You have to exit us out. All right. That's one picture Lee sending to us if y'all can.
That's pretty, pretty, pretty.
That one there.
Very cool.
Well, I guess that's a.
Watch that. Watch that.
No, I ain't gonna do it.
You gotta
No,
go
no,
on the
no.
wrong one.
That's a pretty place, Lee.
Really?
I wish we wasn't on. There we go. Hold it back that far. Pretty, pretty. Appreciate you sending them to us, man. Especially being out there camping in a place like that. That would be all
I'm jealous
right.
of Keith family.
Yep.
They all went right. That's hilarious.
Oh, there's something else now. I'm telling you, it's been fun. You know, all right, I'm gonna use the man cute. It's over with now.
I'm blaming that one on Tim Todd.
It's like little tornadoes running through the house. Just they're as happy as they can be, but just
Yeah.
if we can shred it to pieces, we're gonna shred it to pieces. How about that? Y'all know
Everything. My
anybody?
books, my slippers, my headphones, one of my exercise bands, a quilt, a towel. Anything they could drag off of something.
Sheetrock
They
in the
were,
wall.
yeah, they
That was
chewed
my
a
final
hole.
straw. They was tearing the sheetrock off the wall, and now I was like,
Oh
no.
my gosh.
So they got them a puppy prison built outside now. They can run wild and free.
Yeah, they have hit terrible twos. What did he say? Danae said, can you send them like they do Queens in the mail?
I don't know.
That was empty.
Oh well,
I
that's fine.
left your probably.
If we could, we'd surely send you 6 or 7 of them.
I don't know if they let you overnight puppies.
I don't know if they do it or not.
I
Imagine if you had enough money, you get them up there. It would be nice to take a road trip, Brian. I'm with you. But it would be like the whole driving to get there, which I know that's the experience in the beginning. But it's like, man, I know I could never be a truck driver or a long haul truck driver. If I could be home, every day running Montgomery, Panama City, New Orleans, or something like that, then yeah. But being over the road doing that, I don't know. And if I could take the Amtrak, that'd be a different story. I enjoy taking the Amtrak train. You gonna put the blanket up? You gonna get him over here? Got more pictures coming here. Yep. If that works. That's Lee again. I guess a different mountain region up that way. What is
They
that?
said it's on the Mississippi River
Mississippi.
in Illinois.
Well, Keith Larimore, it was my, I think I've been about 3 Sundays before I got the Mark Millers out. And so I figured tonight's a good night to represent old Mr. Mark Miller and our men and women out there driving in big trucks, keeping things moving for us.
We could go on a cross country puppy delivery route.
Yeah.
And if y'all sign up to take these puppies, we might try to swing that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Julie Green, can you imagine trying one with 10
No,
puppies? For real.
you'd have to have. I'd put their butts in a horse trailer or something, drag them up there. Ain't no way in the back of a vehicle. Yap, 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 yap.
Mr. Rule. Oh, that sucks, Danae.
It probably would, Mr. Roy, because the way Jasper agitates our cat around here,
Right.
they get along, but Jasper just loves to chase him all around his house. I guess it's the cat dog thing, but Jasper takes full advantage of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm sure they do ship them, but I'm also sure I would hate to know how much you have to pay to ship something.
ain't that true? Because like sending stuff out for the 1,000 sub giveaway,
That's what I'm saying. Even shipping little stuff
that
that
added
doesn't
up.
breathe and eat and make a mess is expensive.
Yeah, I mean that stuff added up. That's what I was completely blown away. Like mailing some of the light stuff that didn't even weigh a pound or two, and it's like $6, $8. Do what for this? Oh well, sir, it's the one for eight or whatever they want to give me.
Inflation. That's what it is.
Give me.
It's inflation. Dad, you gonna wake up?
But yeah, a 4 pound puppy now.
Yeah, they weigh at least 4 pounds.
Well, that's cool. Final victory animal rescue.
What state were you
There's a few places down here that doesn't know the SPCA. They'll do it. They'll go ahead and get them fixed and shots and the whole everything and bust them up north up there. And they're already adopted before they even leave from Mobile.
Oh, South Carolina. That's too far to take them to drop them off.
That's what DC got them Pyrenees in it. Big old, I think it is.
Yeah, you're right, DC. We thought about looking into it if we can't find them homes.
They're getting their little pictures taken tomorrow. They're going to be presented for adoption, if you will, on our personal book of faces. And try to get rid of people that we know around here that we know they'll go to good homes. But
Yeah,
if not, we'll put them into where somebody that I guess they vet people and this and that, make sure they go to good homes.
yeah.
Either way, they're
That's my
going.
thing. I just want them to go to good home. I don't want somebody to be mean to them.
Yeah, hey, look, shoot us an email, cat without a hat.
Yeah, if you know of any, or if your wife can recommend a good organization, we're definitely open to info here.
Yes, email us on that, no problem. We'll definitely get back with you, especially somebody that's trustworthy. It's what we prefer.
Mr. Roy said it's easier to adopt a baby than a dog. They were looking at getting a gray.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, boy. I had a bunch of them things when they closed that Greyhound ring around here, which Alabama, they don't allow gambling. When they found out what was really, or when they finally stepped up and acknowledged what was going on at the Greyhound tracks, they shut all that mess down here, and buddy, people were selling them Greyhounds left and right after that mess.
Danae, there's two. Look, they're not identical twins, but they look almost identical, like solid white, but they got little like Jasper freckles on their noses. But we've been calling them Dozer and Pepper. I think they're gonna have spots like Jasper has all over. Man, you would love them too. My gosh, there's something, and they're by far the biggest two out there. Yeah, they're both boys. They are, man, but their
Hey.
feet are like that big around already.
These dogs are walking bowed up.
And that's why
As they're
Tim
going.
named one of them Bulldozer. But they're so sweet. They act just like Jasper.
Richard, hopefully you can get on another split, brother, and get things going and get a queen to return and
Yeah, but didn't
have a
you
good
say
season.
your split was like for sure a success? Your
The
queen
one
came
was.
back, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So you got it now. I really think if Danae was closer, I could probably sneak 2 puppies over there and she'd talk Jack into it.
Oh, that ain't no problem.
But I don't think she's going to drive from Wyoming to get Jack might wring her neck for that one.
We can't say the lady's name, but y'all do know her husband well. But we're going to try to talk to her. She was wanting some puppies from us a while back that somebody had dumped out right here.
Yeah.
And hopefully she's still in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way for that beekeeping bunch to have them with Beekeeping Jasper? You know what I'm saying? So
The puppies. He would red rum.
mm-hmm. Stay away from the puppy store.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, I've had a blast. I love them to death. But I've had my puppy fixed for a little while. I don't want any more litters of puppies anytime soon.
Hopefully,
I'm tired.
at least I'm good for the next 10 to 12 years on dogs. So,
Yeah, easy. Between Button and Jubal and
hey, Button,
Baby Jake.
let me tell y'all what, Button's going to be fast to the bone. Y'all going to see a lot of videos of her little behind. Because she is a beast.
She's something.
And she's the littlest one out of the bunch. But she runs the whole pack, I'm telling you. It's pretty hilarious. She did that even from the time, like literally, she was born. She was like number 4 or 5. But even when she was born, she just immediately started pushing them out of her way and doing this. But now she's definitely running the pack. Yeah, we're going to keep 3. That's the top number. I went from 1 to 2. 3. That's it. Pick them.
If I can find him a good home, told Tim I didn't mean to love him, but he loves me. Like he kind of picked me. If I can find him a really good home, I'd let him go. But I can't give him to just anybody. If Danae come get him, I give him to her in a heartbeat. Jasper gonna be the leader of the.
Hey, let me tell you what. That dog is scared to death of them little puppies, and I ain't lying. He's every bit of 80, 85 pounds now, and
He almost broke my rib landing in my lap when 2 of the puppies broke out of the bathroom the other day. I was like, bro, you're killing me, Jasper.
he has no problem hitting that door, chasing a deer, catching critters out there, the possums and what have you, this and that. No problem. I'm tell you what, them puppies keep him in that chair over there. He will not come out of it. But Dennis, we're gonna go try to check some of it out here in just a little bit. Whenever we get done with this, we're gonna drive up to the old place and see if we can see if we got clear enough skies around here to see it.
I'm hoping so.
We've never seen it. When it came down here a few months back, nobody was talking about it. And the next day we got up and just so happened, it ain't often we're in that book of faces, but
Mhm.
just so happened, open it up, and everybody we know around here has got all these beautiful pictures of the northern lights and this and that. We're like, nobody could call and say, hey, there's a rare phenomenon going in the south. Y'all just had a 150-year-old snow. Now the
Yeah.
northern lights are here.
That's on my bucket list, and that was probably my only chance to ever see that. But we get another chance.
Dennis,
Right.
we're about 30 miles north of Mobile, Alabama.
No, for real, DC 3 is my absolute limit. And I'm really hoping I can find him a good home.
No,
Somebody that knows me.
Yeah, no. Tim has set the limit. That's that.
I'm just hoping we don't get stuck with any of them.
I don't think we have a problem to get rid of them. There's some pretty dogs, and they're gonna be some good with kids. And if you want a protective dog, I'm gonna say between
Oh, they're
Mom and
already
Daddy.
picking up their watchdog stuff. Jubal in the laundry basket.
Yeah,
Dude had a fit.
and they've seen chickens for the first time today, so they
That
was trying to figure that out.
hilarious. Yeah.
I know how it goes. Usually it's me on that end because it's like if we get a dog or something, I'll tell her, look, just get two. That way they got companion to grow up with and this and that. But no, we got two already with Maul and Paul,
Mm-hmm.
and the three is going to be cramped for a while. So that's it.
Dennis said he's out in Montgomery.
Oh, is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you ain't too far then.
No,
About 2.5 hours from the house.
I'm so hoping we get to see him.
Oh, Jasper's done that,
Mm-hmm.
didn't they?
He killed two of them.
Sure have.
Yeah.
He has a certain way of unaliving things, which ain't like the regular dog. He's very, very quiet. He don't make no noise. He ain't growling. He ain't barking. He just, I don't know.
He went into stealth mode.
Yeah, it
is
does.
what he did.
And that's with possums or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he helps keep
It
the
just
possums
goes
going, but
in.
yeah, it's just, that's it.
But then he's triggered by a laundry basket.
Yeah.
Literally. He loses it over a laundry basket.
What we got here? We can go. Well, we've already derailed, and everybody's kind of heading out too. But
Yeah, you think real.
we derailed a while back. But look, Mr. Donnie was asking for some hot honey the other day. I told him, I said, Mr. Donnie, I said, we got some put back from where folks was sending it to us for the honey contest to try. And I said, I'll hook you up with some of what we got. So had a little bit of edge left. My brother-in-law has come in and just demolished what Carl sent. Somebody else had sent a big jar as well.
Running hot.
The runny hot honey, is that what it was? All right. They in one setting that was gone. But anyway, had some of Ed, son of one, his hot honey left. I told him, I said, I'll fix you up with some of that. I'm gonna tell you what, I remember trying it when we first got it here for the Ute last year. Well, they see something moving out there. But and I remember it had a little bit of kick to it. But before I had given Mr. Donnie some out of that jar the other day, I was like, I'm gonna try it since it's been sitting here for a while. I'm gonna tell y'all what, I am so glad I did not get a spoonful of it. Because I got me just a little bit. And whenever it hit my palate, I went to hacking and coughing and trying to breathe, get me something to drink, the whole shooting match, because it set me on fire. But got it over Mr. Donnie, he loved it.
Yeah, Darren did send some. He sent
Mhm.
the plain hot honey and garlic hot honey. And that was really good.
Yeah, that garlic stuff was good. Like you said, you could see using that like on a pizza or something. Most definitely. Oh, it was. If we own the hot honey part, then yes, sir. It lit me up. But all right, when I was saving for y'all.
This is the one that's gonna make me mad
Oh yeah, it's gonna fire
all
her up.
over again.
Oh yes, because this is twice I'll be telling this one. Mr. Donnie come over and I had to tell him. But all right, about a year ago, y'all bear with me. We had a chicken that somebody dumped out. I don't know why
Stray
they.
chicken.
Yeah, a stray chicken for whatever reason they dumped a rooster out. Well, for about a week and a half, it stayed on the side of the road, and every morning when we left for work, it would look at us when we'd leave for work, like, asking for a home. So eventually, we come home one day, and sure enough, that rooster, the chicken, had crossed the road to the other side over here to our house and started mingling with our chickens. Well, I named him Big Feet. This is a huge chicken. He's like a duck wing. Any of y'all ever seen them? Or like a big Rhode Island red, big old rooster. But now we'll fast forward to the future. The future past.
Mhm.
The last few months, I like them little Debbie honey buns. But sometimes I won't eat all of it. But if it sits in the truck all day, I don't want it anymore after that. So when we get home, that rooster has figured out Tim's got snacks as soon as he opens up the door. So I'm going to either hang out here or jump in the truck. Well,
Mhm.
like,
Take note of that. 'Cause
like
he's gotten real comfortable with diving on top of you in that truck.
he jumps in the truck like a yard dog. Yeah.
He does.
But so the other day, I went to shut the gate. I only had a few things in my hand, and Hannah had her arms full of everything we had.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a black garbage or a grocery store bag, and you couldn't see through it what was in there, but there was a whole honey bun and there was an unopened oatmeal cream pie, and that's her snack.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I heard her saying some ugly words out there.
I called that chicken some things.
She fussed at that chicken. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Well, he
Well,
pecked the fire out of me. Came through that black bag, pecked the fire out of my leg, and comes back out the other side of that bag with my stupid cookie in his mouth.
he's got the whole pack of honey bun
Oh,
in
I
his
was
mouth,
livid.
and here he goes, took it, tried to run off.
So bad. No,
Yeah.
but I mean, while I'm standing there with both of my arms just full of stuff, the chicken is he's beating the crap out of this oatmeal cream pie because he can't get it open. I was like, I be dog. You ain't fixing to eat the way you're acting. No, 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 no. So I took that cookie back from that stupid chicken, brought it in and fed it to Jasper.
She chased that rooster
I did.
about 25 feet from that truck, saying, "You're not getting my oatmeal pie. You're not getting it." And
Yeah. You know I saved it for you.
needless to say, she finally got it from him.
Yeah.
But it looked like you had just taken and balled it up in your hand because that chicken
It
trying to
was
get through
horrible.
that plastic.
I mean,
And-
he demolished it. Like, I hope you think you're getting a treat for that.
All,
Yeah.
look, all I could do was laugh. I was just dying laughing out there. And if looks
It
could have
just
killed,
made me even madder.
But-
Like, I turn around, still struggling to hold on to everything in my arms, half of which was his stuff that I was carrying in from the truck for him. And he thinks it's funny. He's watching me struggle with all this. You
Yeah.
don't want to be on
No.
camera.
but yeah, I got a good laugh out of it, y'all. And she was fired up, some kind of something.
Oh, he was wrong. No, Danae, literally, there was not a crumb left big enough that you could have pinched between two fingers.
No, it
All
looked,
I did was come in and rip the bag open and dump the whole big wad of stuff out in Jasper's bowl.
it looked like we took them all-terrain tires and just run over that thing a couple good times and go to hand it back to somebody. It's pretty well what it looked like. But he done it quick. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was quick about it.
It's like, you saw her thing.
Oh, she was wanting to get that 12 gauge.
I did. It wouldn't have fazed me a bit. I mean, not a bit. I could still wring that stupid bird's neck.
DC, I was full of joy watching that. I'm not going to lie. It-
I was mad at him for a solid hour, the way he was laughing at me trying to hold everything.
Because he kept telling me, it's your stupid chicken.
You told him this. Yeah. And that's when it started going downhill with him and his attitude from there.
Mm. Yep.
It
Good
was
stuff.
I was so mad at that blasted chicken. I was so mad.
I told her, I got to remember this to tell everybody because it was like
Get the spoon.
Tuesday or something. So I text messaged her, sent her a text. So I'd be reminded of whatever it was.
Yeah. Big feet and oatmeal pies was the text I opened on my phone. Like, really? You're sitting in the other room and you want to text this to me?
Where we
The
at?
things we get into.
We talking some black locust honey?
Mm-hmm.
Hey now.
Minnesota might want to know if anybody had ever tried it.
Ooh, yes. Like, hey, I'll say this again, like at the last chat. If anybody just gets a pure mix of that black locust, holler at us. Email us. If you got our phone numbers, text us, and we'll figure out which shipping is, and we'll get the money up there to you. I like that black locust. That stuff was good.
Yeah.
And did we tell them about? Did we tell y'all about trying that alfalfa honey at Mr. Russell Amen?
Oh, good grief.
That stuff was good too, y'all.
That's on up there with my favorite. Like, it's really, really hard. And it's crazy because they're all so different kind of honey. But Keith Spillman's tulip poplar, that's always going to be a favorite. And the black locust. And now the alfalfa.
That alfalfa was like some really good honey.
Insane.
Mr. Russell got that out of his safe, inside of a safe, and said, "Look, I'm gonna let y'all try a little bit of this. Try not to get overwhelmed."
Oh, but it was good.
Yeah, it was very hard not to get wound up. Good. So that'd be one of them too. If I ever heard somebody say they got like just nothing but alfalfa honey, I like to have some of that on the shelf to stick back and be like special occasions for sure.
Yes.
But
Well, you done with your storytelling?
I got everybody, I think. Got Mr. Randy's. If anybody coming in late, if you're here late and you in Western North Carolina, holler at Mr. Randy. If you need boxes or anything wax dipped, June the 7th. We'll be starting at 8 a.m. I don't forget his email already again.
Y'all's honey is mostly alfalfa. That's got to be a different kind. Because I didn't taste that with their honey.
And we got to, no, Ollie took all of
took
Jack
the
and
whole
Nate's one.
thing.
That little joke, I forgot to say, we can do a retest to see, but that's probably why Ollie went on and took it home. He liked that, the black locust, and it's me again, Joey's. All he would say. It's me again, Joey. I like his honey.
Well, he liked Mr. Russell's too.
Spring honey.
Mm. I think he just liked Joey's honey.
Yeah, it's
He
me
just
again,
like
Joey.
saying it's me and Joey overnight. Mm.
Well, when y'all get a round of it, Jack and Danae, holler at us and we'll send you some cash and keep it out of Ollie's hands.
She said we sit smack in the middle of 1,800 acres of alfalfa.
Bingo, holler at us.
For real?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't taste the cinnamon as hard in hers though. Or in theirs. I don't remember it anyway.
It was like
But
it.
Mr. Russell's was darker than theirs too.
It was a dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that much on it. But it was like, I guess French toast
Yeah.
was the best way to explain the taste of that alfalfa to
I
us.
tasted cinnamon like as soon as you put it in your mouth.
But
But
then
then the aftertaste, it was like eating a bite of French toast drizzled with honey.
I'm hoping, because I got a little bit of burr comb out the other day whenever I popped them lids to put peppermint in. And I think we got a bunch of mimosa honey out there.
Me?
So in the next day or two, we're gonna go. We got to pull frames anyway, and do at least a little bit, like I said, in that swarm. Whether we get a half gallon or gallon, whatever, we got to get them from being honey bound. And they got a super on them already. But when I tasted that honey out there the other day, it tasted like mimosa.
Yeah.
And that mimosa, y'all, to me, is like honey butter.
Mm-hmm.
A really good honey butter, the best way to explain the taste on it.
Cinnamon and maybe a hint of vanilla in there.
And that alpha,
Yeah. Mr. Dan said was asking cinnamon and vanilla.
it had like a very, very light cinnamon taste. It was like, say, back in the old day, Mama make you some homemade French toast or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just had that little bit of a taste to it on that French toast. Then after that, it changed to that good honey taste.
Danae said theirs has a gravy taste.
Send it on. We'll send y'all some cash. Holler at us for
She
real.
said she'll take.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever said they got the black locust? Somebody in here?
Oh
So
no, Mike was just asking if anybody had. He said
Oh.
somebody was telling him about it.
Hey, if you get it, you'll love it. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. But
Oh, show.
all right, y'all. I guess we're gonna wrap it up here. We appreciate everybody.
We're gonna go hunt for some northern lights.
Yeah, we're fixing to take a trip.
See what we can find.
If we can see anything, we may show y'all. We'll see
I'm gonna
about
at
it, see
least
how it
get
goes.
pictures though. If I can find them lights,
Yep.
it'd be on.
Thank you to everybody. The new subs that's come on board. We got about 20 of y'all now. New subs in the last week and a half. We appreciate everybody. Thank you to the members very, very much.
Can't believe how many members we have now.
No, I think we're running about 20 members or something like that now. So thank y'all, everybody, on that. And we're going to get a date set for y'all. Just
Yeah.
one on one.
Real.
Whatever y'all want to talk about. Beekeeping, cooking, whatever.
Dennis said he ain't seen the lights yet.
Ain't seen what. Well, we got time then, because if they ain't seen them yet, they ain't made their way down here.
Yeah.
But
Thank
till
y'all
then,
for hanging out.
yeah, God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see you on the next one.
Y'all have a good week.
Well, guess that's it for today. See you next time at Gunline Bees.